Is it wise to list overpriced properties?
So the question we've got, is it wise to list overpriced properties? So let me give you a bit of information. Nearly every property that comes onto the marketplace is going to be overpriced. That's not Tom Panos speaking. That's the data companies that if you look at the list price versus what it sells for private treaty, too hard to work out on auctions because there's so many variables. But when you look at the data set of private treaties, and that's what matters because 80% of properties in Australia are sold for sale, the data set says that most properties that get listed will get sold for lower. So to me, it doesn't matter that an owner wants more. That is, every owner deserves the benefit of the doubt to go for a higher price. The question is, have you had a conversation with them when you've listed it where you've said to them, that is a very high, ambitious price. I'm letting you know my comparables are telling me that it's this. I don't care at this stage about the comparables if my instructions are you want me to go out there and just see if there's an emotional heart buyer out there in the first instance. But a great real estate agent will always say at the listing presentation, we might aim for that, but I need you to know that the value of your property is based on these things. These three comparables, they're telling me that that's very ambitious, right? However, what they want is not as important as why they're selling. So if they've got an unrealistic expectation, but you know they do want to sell, I've got to say it's still probably a good listing because they will meet the market. Example, if they're getting divorced, if they've got financial issues, if they've bought elsewhere, right? Whatever the reason is. So, however, if there is no motivation and it is overpriced, don't sign it up. That is not a listing. That is a liability. And I've got to let you know, you are not an antique store collecting items just to have them there. We collect listings to sell them. Make sense?
Yep.